Since 2014, our country has been plagued by divisive forces. CMC is in Meghalaya with the mission to empower the people, uphold the ethnic cultures and traditions, celebrate the sacred land. To oust the proxy BJP government from Meghalaya, be the change, support TMC by calling on 96877 96877.
On 30th August 2022, a meeting was held at the Meghalaya Secretariat where discussion on the introduction of the Code of Criminal Procedure and Code of Civil Procedure in all tribal areas of Meghalaya had taken place in the presence of Meghalaya Chief Minister, the CEMs of the Khasi, Jaintia and Garo Hills Autonomous District Councils and Senior Advocate G Kynta. Speaking to reporters after the meeting, Chief Minister Khasi stated that the government will not dilute or infringe upon the judicial powers of the autonomous district councils, but that steps being taken are only to normalize the overall functioning of the judiciary in areas where the executive and judiciary have been separated.
The entire issue of the point that they had mentioned about the CrPC, and clarifications were given to the district council that there is no question of diluting or infringing into the powers of the judicial powers of the district council, and that whatever steps are being taken right now and are being suggested by the government is only to regularize the overall functioning of the judiciary, where the separation of the executive from the judiciary has taken place. And the executive earlier used to take up cases, and that those powers were conferred, or they used to draw them from the 1937 Act. Once the judiciary and the executive were separated, the ADC judicial did not have the powers to continue, and hence the judicial magistrates came into being. And the fact that the judicial magistrates today are taking up cases, they have to be conferred power under some provisions. 1937 provisions were specific to the DCs, because that time in 37 there were only deputy commissioners. So the powers were conferred to the administrative, to the executive side, and there was no judiciary at that point in time. So hence the judicial magistrates will also have to draw powers from certain provisions in the constitution, and hence it is being suggested that it should be drawn from para 5. But while we say that, it's simply to ensure that the continuity of the judiciary in terms of now from the ADC judiciary to the judicial magistrates can happen in a smooth manner. That's the main purpose. But as I said, second part is there is no intention to dilute the powers of the district council, and the provisions and the powers of the district council are clearly mentioned in the constitution and the 6th schedule. So there is no question of in any way diluting those powers.
One of the decisions taken at the cabinet meeting held on the same day was the approval of the construction of the Medical Skill Hunar Hub in Babadam, West Garo Hills district at a total cost of rupees 151 crores and 95 lakhs. This, the Chief Minister informed, will be one of the largest skills center for medical skills in the northeast region of the country.
The one agenda that was taken up was regarding the approval of the cabinet for the construction of a medical skill Hunar Hub in West Garo Hills district. This is a project that was initiated in 2020, and the idea was to have a medical skill for paramedical staff. A large-scale skill center would be set up in West Garo Hills district, and the reason West Garo Hills was selected was because the Minority Affairs, which is funding this particular Hunar Hub, only West Garo Hills was the eligible district to get funds under Minority Affairs that time. From 2022, of course, that has changed, and now all districts can get funds for Minority Affairs. So for this particular project, which was initiated in 2020, we had proposed 282 crores for this, but after certain adjustments and certain changes that were made in the proposal, the Government of India, Minority Affairs, has sanctioned 151 crores for this, 151.95. and out of this 90-10 is the ratio. So 10% will be borne by the government of Meghalaya, and rest 130 plus 35 crores will be given by government of India. This will have a space for almost 2,500 students and different hostel facilities. It will have a pharmaceutical college, a nursing college, paramedical college, and one skill development center. And there will be large number of hostels for all the students who are studying. And this will in one way become one of the larger skill centers for medical skill in the entire Northeast. The funds for this also, the initial installment has been released, and this has been given. The work for this will be done through a PSU, which is EPI, Engineering Project India Limited, which is a public sector undertaking. And this undertaking also was, this PSU also was selected after a bidding process, and other PSUs were also, had also submitted their bids. And out of the 3 bids, the L1 was EPI, which is Engineering Projects Limited, and they have been asked to execute the work.